Twice-baked potatoes, they have to be one of the greatest creations ever. I mean, you grab an everyday, ordinary potato and you transform it into this beautifully stuffed potato that has a gorgeous presentation and amazing flavor. So today I'm going to show you guys my version of a twice-baked potato. I'm going to be doing all the classic stuff, except I'm going to be adding a Spanish and Mediterranean flair to this to make these twice-baked potatoes have an explosion of flavors. You don't want to miss this recipe. I'm going to be using Yukon Gold potatoes to make my twice-baked potatoes, but you can also use russet potatoes for this recipe. Okay, I'm going to grab 3 large Yukon Gold potatoes. I'm going to rinse them under cold water and make sure I scrub them well. Then I'm going to pat them dry with some paper towels. Once they're dry, I'm going to rub some extra virgin Spanish olive oil all over the potatoes, and then I'm going to sprinkle them with some sea salt. Now we're going to add our potatoes into a preheated oven. Bake and broil option, 210 degrees Celsius, 410 degrees Fahrenheit for exactly 1 hour. Okay, while our potatoes are baking in the oven, let's make some caramelized onions. Begin by thinly slicing 2 cloves of garlic. Then you want to thinly slice 2 large onions. Once you have everything cut, add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin Spanish olive oil into a saucepan and heat it with a medium heat. Once the oil gets hot, add the sliced onions and the sliced garlic and mix it all together. You want to stir this occasionally. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes since we started. At this point, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of white sugar. This is going to help the onions caramelize. And 20 minutes into it, we're going to season everything with 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, a pinch of sea salt, and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we're going to mix it all together. Once you have your seasonings well mixed, let's transfer the caramelized onions into a plate. After 1 hour, take the potatoes out of the oven and transfer the potatoes onto a wire rack. Our potatoes have been cooling off between 5 to 10 minutes, so now I'm going to cut them in half lengthwise to end up with 6 pieces of potato halves. Then I'm going to get in there with a spoon and start scooping out the inside and transferring it into a large bowl. Make sure when you're scooping out the inside of the potato to just leave a thin layer of potato on there. That's going to help hold the shell together. Now we're going to start pushing down on the potato mixture with a spoon. You want to get the consistency of mashed potatoes. Once the potatoes are well mashed, add 1 cup of Greek yogurt, about 1 tablespoon of extra virgin Spanish olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of dried parsley, season generously with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and mix everything together until it's well combined. Now we're going to evenly divide the mashed potato mixture into each potato half. Now I'm going to sprinkle some smoked paprika on top. And I'm going to top off each potato with some freshly shredded queso manchego. Now I'm going to add the potatoes back into the oven between 10 to 15 minutes until the cheese is perfectly melted. Our twice-baked potatoes are done. Now I'm going to top them off with the caramelized onions, a kiss of Greek yogurt, and some freshly chopped parsley, and let you know how they turned out. Here we go. Salud. These are wonderful, creamy texture. They're fantastic. I'll tell you what takes these to the next level. The caramelized onions and the queso manchego, and that little bit of smoked paprika that you get at the end. These twice-baked potatoes are fantastic. You guys have to try this recipe. If you enjoyed today's video on making these twice-baked potatoes, please hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until the next time, hasta luego.